So here we are. Wow, July 12th. We've got to figure out the actual day we started Cardano4Climate and have a birthday party and celebrate that because it's coming up.
For me, I think I started it 50 years ago because no,
this is it. We started a long time ago, but the time when we came to connect, it's going to be certainly a special celebration. Just going to briefly go over our last agenda, and this is a bit of admin too. When whoever sets up the agenda, if they can just add those links, makes it kind of nice. Add the recording to the previous agenda, makes it easy in case anybody's got to follow the rabbit trail. Few things missing in there. So we had John Buck last week, regeneration opportunity for Cardano bit. I think we did plan the meetup, Wednesday meetup, which is hopefully something that we can shift because that kind of gets left to the end of our meetings. And then I end up doing it Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So smooth presentations. Yeah, this is what we're working on. Cardano event update, Treasury report. I think we've confirmed and we've agreed on 50 gimbals per hour for any kind of bounties and stuff that we're setting. So the other thing that we should actually do in this before we get going on that, should revise the agenda and then just agree that this is what we actually want to talk about here. So we've got updates, we've got promotions, and we've got planning the weekly meetup. Do we want to add anything else to the agenda for today?
Yeah, one small thing. We have an opportunity, which I just was in another meeting today with Daniel, and we have an opportunity to present tomorrow in town hall. So we need to discuss that.
How come he talked to you and not to me? Because I'm the one that asked him.
Yeah, I mean, because I presented to him basically the project of putting together all the proposals. Perfect. And there was already teamwork. 150.
Yeah, it's teamwork, and that's how it works. So Cole and I were joking about that. The deck isn't ready, but we could actually do a different one that it says idea scales all over the place. We're disconnected, like that puzzle thrown up into the air. And what Cardano4Climate right now is trying to do is connect us all. And this is what we're working on as a slide deck. This is what we have so far. If you have got an impact proposal, add it by form. And if you've got a link to a presentation, a 2 to 3 minute presentation, add that in here too. And we will promote your impact proposals. Would something like that work?
I think that would be amazing, but before that, I think we need, my take is that we need to go, my suggestion is that we need to go with one clear message that everyone needs to understand. Impact proposal is an opportunity for Cardano, and a huge opportunity for Cardano. And the people here in this community, they are impact driven and they are coming with solutions. And you know what, in Cardano today, worldwide, there are 3 million wallets, which is 500,000 people. Goodwall alone is 2 million people, okay? Impact-driven company coming to Cardano because of impact-driven communities have alone more wallets than all Cardano ecosystem today. So that's the message I think that we should come. It's enough to say that impact is okay stuff, right? That's my take. And the fact that we have 150 already that we counted, it's probably that we have 200 direct impact related proposals. That shows, you know, how important is that as an opportunity for Cardano.
So an insane impact. It's also good to clarify. What do we mean by impact?
It's a very good question.
Is it specifically on climate?
It's a very good question. I will state impact as proposals. I mean, it's very tough to I mean, it's part of the thing we need to do. I will explain it as people that directly making a proposal that make a positive impact on other people, on the environment, directly in the proposal. Right? That's the intention of the proposal. We still need to build system to measure it and to KPI. But they directly intend to do something that makes people or environment better. That I will call impact proposal.
Because our mission, Cardano4Climate, is making the world work better for all people, animals, and the planet. So
exactly.
if you're impacting any of that, directly or indirectly through a proposal, this is what we mean by impact.
Yeah, but in this case, most of the 150 is directly impacting, directly wants to impact. You know, if you're doing something educational and you're indirectly or something in, like education for wallets, okay, it's going to make an impact obviously on other people as well, but it's not that you're trying to say, okay, I want to make the carbon market more efficient, right? That directly goes into, that's the way I see it. I mean, obviously, this technology is an impact-driven technology, right? Decentralization, transparency, traceability. That's my take on that in general.
Yeah, because you know, the other thing is our proposals are being submitted by the community, and you know, we aren't set up to go and vet these proposals and say, oh yeah, this is, you know, at this point we don't have any way of saying, yeah, this actually meets these goals, this one doesn't. You know,
no, but one idea that came is that next time in the proposal process, we can actually ask IOG to include in the process, are you directly wishing to make an impact on planet, people, you know, animals with this proposal or not? Just mark if yes, right? And then we will have automatically all the proposal already.
Yeah.
And then Melanie can take a break.
Yeah. Even tagging, some sort of tags would make a difference. You know, like this proposal directly impacts people. This one directly impacts the planet. This one directly impacts animals.
Completely. And you don't know, it's not a must one. It's only if you feel that your proposal directly impacts one of them.
Yeah, so it does make it a challenge, you know, to collect these, to get accurate numbers. But so for tomorrow's presentation, okay, we're here on consenting the agenda. Is there anything else that we need to consent to? Anything else, Newman?
No.
On the agenda, Sebastian, did you want to add anything?
No, I'm processing the information, and I'm really impacted for the opportunities to certain proposals, because there is a huge amount of proposals that take certain directions, indirect ways to make a thing. But there are other proposals that impact directly in a goal, and I'm just looking for the way in which my proposal, for example, can fit in this context, in that context.
So that's even a way, you know, we show on our slide deck or something that this impacts, this proposal we recognize impacts people, you know, and impacts animals, the environment. We could actually show that. So again, next iteration, we're going to work on this being more. So before we we've kind of covered that presentation almost. Cole, is there anything else to add to the agenda?
I do not think so. Just maybe we state it as like their social and environmental impact proposals. That could be like a good way to state it.
Social and environmental.
Just an idea, yeah.
Impact. Yeah. Because it's something to clarify when things get greenwashed.
That's true.
We don't want to. Okay, so social and environmental impact, Yoram. maybe let's make sure that we clarify that in the introduction tomorrow. Do that. Okay, so we consent to this agenda as is. Okay, good, awesome. Sebastian's good. So
Right.
updates, we are at 15:18. A little bit late, but and then we've covered some of that town hall. We'll figure out, we'll get to the details on that one. Event planning.
All right,
Okay.
I can take that for you. We are currently building out the next two events, the number 6 and number 7. Number 6 is the Cardano and Climate, happening on Thursday, July 28th.
Carbon and Cardano.
Carbon and Cardano, I say Climate, Carbon and Cardano. And the next one, Impact Fest, August 11th.
Is what we're working on, yep.
Yep. So the we have been moving forward steadily. We're building out the task lists and the roles. We've had a couple of roadblocks, connecting with folks, but I feel like the event is moving forward pretty well, and I'm very proud of the template that we're building, which should make next events, much more smoother, and building basically a handbook to build events in the future.
And super helpful because, we run through this process and just do it, right? We're running full speed ahead, and it's just, we do it and we forget to take that record keeping. So I want to thank you, Newman, for taking the initiative on that. It's a lot of extra work. Totally support you on that, though. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Education update, goes slow. We aren't doing a lot in that. We're working towards a collaboration with Gimbal Labs and working out educational pieces. I think we need somebody to come in and take the lead on that and actually run with it, but it's coming. Our Gimbal tokens, the bounties. Newman, you probably even know more about that at this point.
The bounty system, yeah. Basically learning how to work dework. It's sort of a new tool for a lot of us in the community, and there's some sort of, the best practices and standard operating procedures have yet to be established. And yeah, the documentation is not exactly set just yet, but it is a good platform for experimentation. And yeah.
So it's going to be cool when we come back in a year and review this, it's going to be completely different. We're at the fledgling places in these education, event planning, bounties, treasury. That one's always, we're probably the only community that's not collecting wages yet. It's collecting in the treasury, but not actually gathering them. That's coming. And Andre and Miro aren't here to update on that, but that's all we have. I think that's about it for our little side shoots. Anything else for updates, Yoram?
No, I mean the other, no, for update, no, on that, all good.
Okay, so into promotions. Sebastian, this is great. Maybe we can talk a little bit about the event coming up with Emurgo.
Yes, this from Friday to the next Friday of the next weekend, we are gonna have an event similar to the yours around the presentation of proposals. The idea is give to the proposers and students in general, students of Emurgo and members of the whole ecosystem, the opportunity to present their proposals and share some ideas and get some promotion, some space to make some marketing and connection with others. I'm involved. I'm currently involved with Emurgo. Also, in general, my life is education. I'm with, as you know, I'm with Gimba Labs. Also, I'm with Emurgo, and with both entities, I'm trying to connect synergies in both, and we are we are having success in this scene. We are make some works with Emurgo, but as Emurgo member, we are very new in this thing of the involucration in Catalyst, and we are taking some first steps in both Emurgo Academy as a branch of Emurgo big, the big Emurgo. We are trying to involve Emurgo as an entity in Catalyst in general, because it's important, and they have the obligation and the responsibility to stay here and support the members in some way. And so, and this first event is the first, and we are more or less 10. We have more or less 100 proposers in a stage. The first meeting will be this Friday. The next will be the Monday of the next week, and I have here the invitation. Excuse me a moment. Okay.
So this Friday being Friday the 15th.
Friday the 15th.
15th to, and every day a presentation?
Every day, Monday to I'm going to share my screen a little moment.
Yep.
If you,
Please do. That's good, because this is being recorded. So we'll actually, if we can get a timestamp on this, Newman, we could send this out. Are you still accepting signups for this, Sebastian, or not? Or is that finished?
I really I don't know. I would think that the people can try fill the form, and maybe they can get some spot in the.
So what we can do is, promote this with the form. Are you having community come to this event, or is it strictly the proposer and the Emurgo Academy?
No, it's an open event.
Okay, so we'll use this to promote it and make connections.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, people interested in assist to the event, it's welcome. And you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, this is the general invitation. July 15th to 22 of July. And in other words, the whole week, the next week, our intention is make an event the most wide possible for the proposers, and so we're trying to make a good event. So this is the invitation, and that's basically our.
Can you share that in our main chat?
Of course.
That would be great. And then any links that you want to do. I'm just taking a screenshot of it myself just to add.
Sebastian, I have a question. Every person that applied is going to present, or there is some kind of selection?
No, every person. If you fill the form, you have your spot, and the event will be is very open to the people. That's the reason why we have 5 days, an event of 5 days, because all the people are welcome to the event.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do you have the link to the form?
Yes.
Because then we can just add that in our notes, and that would be awesome. Fabulous. Konma is, it's interesting how we're doing all these things in parallel, right? Parallel
Yes.
convergence. Did
It's
you say, I think it was the other Sebastian Piera,
Yes, but yes, yeah.
parallel convergent,
Yeah.
promoting right now. Konma is also setting up to pitch proposals to their team, and their team is big. So you can pitch your proposals, they'll, and I'm asking them to do this properly, like give a proper presentation of this. I'm giving you secondhand through my brain. They'll take our pitches, they'll work with their team, and then they'll vote on which ones will move forward as a community. And they have experts in all sorts of different fields. So this is an opportunity, and I'm hoping that maybe we'll work in conjunction with the Regeneration for Opportunity for Cardano Challenge as well. It may become part of this, where we're actually collaborating and cooperating on getting proposals out. So that's pretty amazing. That's another link that we'll have to add to our forums. Newman.
Yeah, Sebastian, does so that's interesting with Konma. Konma has a presentation to the Konma verse, Konma hood, the Konma crew. And then they decide on who goes into their accelerator or further into their ecosystem. Sebastian, is that the same way it works with Emurgo? Is there some type of reward or goal for the proposers as they present?
We don't have the reward, only the space to the presentations. I'm not sure how Konma is making the event.
Well, they're going to actually take the team and move forward with proposals. From what I understand with Emurgo, it's making connections and having the academy showcases. These are use cases for the work that they're doing in Emurgo. Am I getting that right?
Yes, but the use cases of the proposals are multiple. No, it's not a requirement to present a use case in relation to Emurgo Academy. The proposal basically can present your case independent of the utility of the case.
And the reason why it's just an interesting sort of facet of the Konma, parallel convergent system of a presentation of proposals. I believe that CardaShift also does something similar, where they, people pitch their idea to CardaShift as a group, and then they decide on where it goes. And Emurgo is sort of the developer community, and they're one of the three legs of one of the three legs of the big ecosystem, along with Cardano Foundation and IOHK. That's correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And I think Konma and CardaShift has taken they have taken the next step in this kind of events, because it's important to make get some help to the proposals in general.
So yeah, so the Emurgo event and our C4C Impact Fest event and Idea Fest from Swarm might be sort of feeders to these other accelerator programs. I think that might be where they fit.
There's a lot of connections. Yeah, definitely a lot of connections going on. I'm just, I sent you a couple links to carry on with the agenda related to the slide deck and the spreadsheet. If you're working on the slide deck, please be careful. Cole and I met this morning, and we're trying to figure out a format. If you're shifting things around, we may lose a few connections. So if you could just give us maybe another day or 24 hours before you play too much with that slide deck, that'd be awesome. And whoever moved things around on me in the spreadsheet, thank you very much. It keeps me on my toes. But you know, we're also working on that too. This community work on documents is brand new to me, and it's a little bit freaky because I remember where things are very visually, and when they get shifted, it throws me off for a little bit of a loop, but I'm working with that.
Oh,
So,
just to, I think, did the sorting of would that throw you off? Like, because
it did a little bit, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do in the next little bit in the spreadsheet is add a challenge setting piece. So I'm going to be doing some editing. If you're going to do any kind of changes or work on it, just check in with me first, just for a little bit, only because Cole and I met and we're going to, you know, try and do some stuff. Is that okay?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Is there a reason for the change in formatting or the sorting?
I just sorted the list. I didn't realize that it does that for everybody. I kind of forget that it's but yeah, hopefully it wasn't too big of a disruption.
No, and I can
Nothing
actually
was changed. It just got sorted by name, and I thought I put it back to the way it was sorted before. What are you sorting it by?
Proposal name. That way people can find it, but that's okay. Let me do that. Now I know what happened, and it's not a big deal. I actually liked it because what I was formatting showed up all together. So I'm going to leave it that way for a little bit and then work with it. So it's all good. It's actually really good. When these things happen, it teaches me something new.
Happy little accidents for sure.
Happy little accidents. So we're working on that, trying to sort that out and get that ready into a Word document that's going to be a list Yoram. And then that'll be our voter pick list. Any update on that one?
Yeah. So first of all, Phil is really ready for that. I mean, I will share with him the status, and AIM is going to put it as I mean, we can upload the pick list, but also to start including us in kind of on the website somewhere where we'll have Cardano4Climate and link to all the proposals. So that will be one. I will share it with him after the call. As well as lead donation, he might be available to join us any moment now or after the call. I'm going to reach to him now, and I want to share with him. Can we share? The doc is already ready to share, right? It's a list of the doc already include the list.
So yeah, the list is there. You can see it right now on the screen, right?
Yeah.
So what we have in this spreadsheet, excuse me, is the forms that were submitted. Then we have our proposal presentation sign up. There's a form in there. Very few people have used it. It's okay. These are to present Wednesday meetups. This is a work in progress, and this is the impact draft that we're formatting and changing around. This has no duplicates at this point. And Yoram, if you ever need to add any more proposals, just send me the link, because then I'll just add it manually here through this, and we'll update them. Baba has some more proposals that he's going to give me links to, and I'll just add them through this document. And so as far as sorting goes, we can, it's really easy to do this. Data, sort, sheet, A to Z. And it takes it back to where I was, Newman. So
where is the one with all the current list? I mean, it's the number F9. It's this one.
Okay, so that's going to be in our core team, and it's going to be copied and pasted from this, but we're changing and adding stuff to it, so that list is not complete. And unfortunately, when you go from a spreadsheet to save as doc, it doesn't add the updates. It's a brand new copy.
But the relevant one for them is this one, for AIM and for the donation is this one.
At this point it is, but it's a work in progress. When I make that save as doc, it's everything.
But
that
they
we
can
put
take it
in.
from here. They can take it from here, so they don't need to take it from the doc.
Okay, well, this is fine. They can take it and use it from here. I actually gave this to Konma as well. This and the slide deck to take a look at and see if they want to use any of this. The thing is, these proposals aren't vetted. We haven't gone through and said, yes, this is definitely an impact proposal. This one isn't.
Yeah.
So anyways.
No, I mean, a lot of them you can read. I mean, yeah.
So
it was not vetted.
So basically what we've got in that list and that we're putting into these slides looks like this. See if we're going to get that showing up. Yeah, we're formatting this. Maybe Cole's even working on this as we speak. It's going to be the proposal name, the challenge it's in, the problem statement, and the solution. In the speaker notes, we have any kind of link to a video and that information that we can copy and paste into a chat. So that's what we have right now for presentations. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work and a lot of updating on that. Lido Nation, who is the person with?
Okay, I have Darlington. I can join about 7 minutes. Yes, great.
Alec?
No, Darlington.
Oh, Darlington. Okay, he's Lido Nation. You've told me that I need to connect with him. I didn't make that connection.
So it's okay if you join in 7 minutes to us for 10 minutes?
For sure. Then we'll just back up on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so presentation at Town Hall tomorrow. That's where we're at right now. What are we going to do?
So first of all, I need to confirm to Danny. I didn't confirm to him yet. So I need to tell him, yes, I told him we will discuss it today together. So I confirmed to him. I suggest is to have these links and, you know, you do the speech that you mentioned, but also before the speech speaks about the, you know, again, Cardano4Climate, why we are here, what we are doing, and then show how many impact lists, and then finish. Everyone need to understand this is an opportunity for Cardano, and that's really in my view, the kind of the message, and yeah, and that will be amazing. So, and I don't know, how do you feel to present it tomorrow?
Well, you know me, I get stressed. Like unless I have GABA, I'm going to be all over the place, and whatever comes out of my mouth will be spontaneous. We could use the clip from this video as a, maybe we can go through and take a piece out of it, your explanation of impact, or you just go ahead and wing it. And
I don't mind to do it. Or we can do it even together. Like you start a few minutes speaking about Cardano4Climate and why
you're
we are
going to fill
here.
in the pieces that I forgot.
Yeah, and then I will come after and I will push about the opportunity. So you will speak about Cardano4Climate and the different and what we did now to put together all the proposals and then I will finish with, guys, I mean, this is an opportunity, right? And then kind of speak about that.
So is it okay if I talk about the puzzle? Like this is a puzzle piece and we're trying to connect stuff. It's a challenge. We're doing it through a form, very grunt work.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge, it's an opportunity, it's a challenge. I mean, this impact world is a challenge for the world, right? So definitely it's a challenge for us. I mean, yeah.
And that is the key part is that Cardano, one of the foundational principles of Cardano is this greener, you know, low energy carbon footprint, and then transparency and decentralization, and those things match up with the impact related world, and that impact related world will get onto a blockchain, and they need Cardano. You know, that they find a home, and you hear that story quite a bit. you know, that they were in Ethereum or they were in Polygon or Avalanche or, you know, all the different chains, and that then they discover Cardano, or Cardano starts looking better to them, etc. So there is a trend for the impact world towards Cardano.
Yeah. And we can, yeah, definitely.
What do we need for it? Do we want a slide deck, couple pictures?
We need to do, I would suggest to do a slide deck, but with couple of cool pictures to do together. I mean, Cardano4Climate, again, the project, and then the opportunity. And I think we can finish with the opportunity that we, you know, to show the opportunity, first of all, we see how many proposals, impact proposals are coming in a technology-based fund, right? Fund number 9 is definitely technology-based. And still, and that's, I think, should be the message. And then we have even created an entrepreneurial challenge for Fund 10.
Do you want to start that slide deck?
Yeah.
And I'll keep working on this mega slide deck and see, maybe take out a few pieces out of that. And then Cole, you're going to be working on the video representation of it. Even if we had like this a real quick video of buzzing through all these, you know, slides fast, that might be
actually cool. That's actually
that
very
might be
cool.
really effective, because you know, the option we have right now is to go to idea scale and, you know, next idea, and it's like, yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, yeah, it will be very cool actually if we can actually just do a video that shows what does it mean.
So will that work, Cole? I'm putting that on you.
Yeah, no, I should be able to do that. I'm just looking through all these slides, and I feel like it may make more sense to have like the problem statement solution and then like the little video, or then the photo for that video. And then also just because there's only a few places where they have a video explaining what they're doing, and then like,
so those groups, let's keep those
stay together.
Yeah, let's keep the groups together. I've gone through these slides, or through the videos, quite a few of them, and it feels like some of them make sense to have them in front too, and then the proposals related. I'm feeling a little stubborn on that in a way. If you've got a reason to change them around, like if you've gone through the video and it makes more sense to have it second, maybe just put a comment on it and just say, you know, I've gone through this, really makes more sense for me to do it. I'm good with that. I just know that with the work that I've done right now, it feels like the groupings that I've done feel like it works. If somebody else can go back and give more feedback on that organization, would be awesome through the comments. And then maybe we'll free it up more to I'm getting a little bit OCD on this, so it's a bit of a challenge. Okay, so Yoram, you're going to start the slide deck with pictures, and then we can talk more about that through Telegram, how we're going to sort that out, hey, for the presentation tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is this video for tomorrow? You guys need it for tomorrow?
Maybe.
Yeah, if possible, yes. But I mean,
it might not be the full thing, but I could do
don't
half of them, or like a 25% of them.
Do a fast one so that nobody can read it. Just say, this is what we're working on, you know, and this is what we're trying to organize. This is our challenge. This is our puzzle. And you know, through this forum, this other way, this is the beginning of what we're going to become, to connect these impacts.
We have Darlington with us. Hello, Darlington.
Hey, Darlington. So Cole, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And we can
nothing fancy, just a quick 1 minute of like the chaos that we're dealing with to sort out.
That sounds good.
Well, and you may decide something else, so that's good too.
No, yeah, I'll get working on that as soon as possible.
Good.
I can
Thank you
help
for
with that.
joining, Darlington. Yeah.
Welcome.
How are you?
So we're going to back up to lead donation and promotions. And we are kind of running a little bit late here on the time because this is what happens with our meetups. We squeeze it to the end, and that 10, I even change it from 15 to 10 minutes, hoping that we would get that in, and it's going to be 2.5 minutes at the end. So, okay.
Hey, Darlington.
Lead donation, how are we going to connect with promotions?
Good morning.
Good to have you. So let us give you a little bit update.
Sounds good.
Melanie, maybe you want to give the update about the number of proposals and the different formats that we have them. And
So
then
at this point, we have a spreadsheet, Darlington, organizing it, sorting it, trying to get all the information, fund, the name of the proposal, the link, the problem statement, and the solution. And then we are putting those at this point into a deck with a format that looks pretty much like this. This is actually a challenge, so that's not a very good example, but this is the format that we're putting it in, listing all the proposals. If they happen to have a link or a logo or something like that, we add it too, and we're trying to sort those out. A
Wait,
lot of
where's
these
the format? Which slide was that?
sorry, it probably is slow, isn't it? So
Um,
this
36?
format right there, can you see it?
Are you
my
talking about slide 36?
Yes.
Yes, I can see that. Okay.
So that's the basic format we do. In this case, I happen to find an image from their idea scale, added it to a slide, and this is all we have. If the person has not submitted, which in the case of Yoram submitting 60 proposals to this form, we don't have.
yeah, but we have today 162 impact-related proposals in the database.
In the database, this is accurate because I keep adding more. What I've been doing is going to the proposer and looking at their other proposals. Because some of the ones you added, Yoram, they have other proposals.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I've added a few when you see pink. Right now we are at 157 proposals, not vetted.
So 157 impact-driven proposals that are not yet vetted. I mean, fully vetted, many of them. But the kind of they look, and when we speak about impact, that directly have the intention to have a social or environmental impact in the proposals. Okay, that's kind of what we mean about that. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to click on something, and it's probably doing a blackout on my screen, right?
No, we see your screen actually.
Do you see my? I've got the chat
Zoom.
open.
Now we see the Zoom.
So there's no chat blackout here because I'm trying to
No.
copy the links for Darlington to the, and it's just scrolling crazy.
I do have the link to that Excel spreadsheet already.
Okay, good. No, that's just not.
So you just need to make sure you are using the tab, the third tab, which is called F9 impact.
Yeah, so this is the one that we're sorting out and doing stuff. If you have access to edit it, please try not to shift things on me, but it's possible. I think you only have comment only on yours. If you need edit, let me know.
Yeah, I don't think I have any edit. I think mostly I was gonna see, because I think maybe it's something that Yoram and I was talking about is how can we present some of the stuff in the Catalyst research tool on Light Donation. So if we can work together and get some kind of format and layout and like what to present to the user, then I will just go through and ingest this spreadsheet and write a script to sort of put all this stuff in and be able to be able to present this data on the site.
Yeah, so we really need to say what we want, what fields we want him to present, right? I mean,
Right.
the name, the problem, the solution, the team.
Well, I tried to capture everything that was important. If you just have a name and a link, it's not enough. You need to have a problem and a solution statement. So those are captured in that in the slide deck. Improvements, ways to make it faster would be great, because I do a lot of this copy and paste.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then
if you have, Darlington, if you have the name and the name and the link of the proposal, or the link of the proposal, can you take the content directly? If we tell you which content to take, like solution, problem, team, if that will be enough for you to then do it, or?
I have all of the structured content. So all the stuff that if you go to Lido Nation, and you see the structured content that I have now of the title, the description, the solution, those kinds of things, I have those already. What I don't have is the ability to parse any of the blob, the full write-up, right? So like I know some of the SDG stuff is included in the full write-up. It's not a separate structured thing right now.
Which is a problem, right?
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can just be like, give me just that field, right? Like the way I can do it. So right now, the fields that I have direct access to is title, problem statement, experience, and solution.
Okay, so
And team.
And team, yes, and the teams, yeah.
So that fills this out quite a bit more than what we've got. You've got the challenge that it's in as well?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So do
That's
you have
perfect, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the link to Lido Nation? Do you have that?
Yes. Let's see.
Cole put it in. He's so fast.
Oh, thanks.
So
yeah, and if you go to project, there you go, projects.
Project Catalyst projects.
Yeah, that's good. So this whole segment of the site is sort of the Catalyst research. You can see there is the little hamburger bar over there. So
Hamburger bar? Okay, what's the hamburger bar?
To the right of the bookmarks, the little menu. Yeah, there.
That's a hamburger bar?
I don't know why they call it that way. Yeah, because it looks
Well,
like
it's
a bun
Looks like a hamburger. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. I really needed that piece of information to add to my brain, but thank you. So the menu bar. Yeah.
It looks like a French fries, Brian.
I'm going to timestamp this. This is the timestamp. Melanie learns
Hamburger bar. Is that hamburger?
Thank you,
Hamburger? Is it supposed to be hamburger bar? Know that one? From
these
Martin?
are the these are the current like research areas that I try to drive people to. So even if there is a use, or if you guys can envision a page for impact or whatever, that could be one of these things too. And think about what kind of information we can have in there, and like bring in some proposals and things like that. And then of course, on the single proposal page as well, we can have that impact information too.
Beautiful.
So if you click on not the challenge, but if you find a proposal, if you scroll down, you can filter down where it says showing proposals and challenge setting on the left.
Okay, sorry. Here,
so
show,
the left. Oh,
yeah, hang on here. Show all proposals or.
No, so keep scrolling. So not that one, not that one. Keep going. The very last one.
This one here, show proposals and challenge setting.
Right. So change that to just proposals.
I'm not seeing, it's not scrolling on my, maybe I'm zoomed in too much. So you've got all the challenge settings at this point. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
okay.
I see.
I had to scroll all the way down through that list, but you can figure that out. I'm going to let you figure that web thing out.
Yeah, just click on this link I just sent. in the chat. So this is the current layout of the single proposal, right? So if you scroll, so all this stuff on the left, if you click out of there, so this is what I was saying about all the structured data, and that's where they go right now. The title, the problem, the challenge, the team, and all that stuff. So I don't know if you guys had a vision for where the impact stuff should go, if it goes on the left here or on the top of the description or after it, or whatever you can think that makes sense, and can sort of like do a back of the napkin rendition of it. I can run with it and add it.
So you're
I'm going to
thinking,
leave that for you guys to
okay,
figure
so
out.
yeah, let me ask if I could, Darlington, what you're thinking, just so I can kind of rephrase it so we see where we're on the same page, literally, because what you're thinking of, or what you're explaining, or what I'm hearing, is on each of these proposals in the Lido Nation page here, that we would add maybe a bit of structured data that says impact related, or how do you mean?
Kind of
Or
like
it
the
could be,
layout.
yeah, like that, like we would add something in the layout there, or would we create another grouping that says here are all of the impact related proposals?
Both.
Do both. Okay.
Right. Because if search engine just comes directly here, right? If someone just finds it through Google search or whatever, to be able to see that, right? So to see what the impact is. So yeah, so some kind of like card or module that can be added to this page to say what that impact is.
Yeah.
As well as a page that shows all the impact related proposals. And on that page, you can think of it like a landing page. So if you had any sort of like story or journey that you want the user to sort of, go through, we can do that. And then once we're able to do this and identify all the proposals, the other place too that would show up, and this is not anything you have to do, the same way with the filter right now, where you can select funded proposals, completed proposals. There can also be a check that says impact proposals, kind of a thing.
Are we moving away from the SDGs? Like, I know that, was it last fund, Yoram? You had that all set up. Is it missing this fund?
No, it's there. I mean, the SDGs is there, and many people have, fill it up. But you don't have access to this information, right, Darlington?
Not structurally, so it's just in the blob.
In the blob? So it's hamburger and the blob. Got it?
So like everything else, right? It's just part of everything else. There is potential now that Idea Skill doesn't require a password to log in. I actually might be able to get that structured data. I just have to go do the work of like figuring it out and like.
And this is done by API, is that right?
It's not yet, right? That's why we don't get the structured data. But I was scoping around now that you don't have to log into IdeaSphere anymore. I was looking at the different calls to make. So
I think also we need to keep it in stages, right? So the first stage, and to simplify it now, because we don't have a lot of time. So first stage, what is easy to get, easy to present, right? To group together and maybe add the logo or some icon if it's possible to show, okay, this is also have the impact. Maybe we had our beloved snail into that, so everyone already identify it. And then there is kind of a logo there that.
So just to be to drive that point in again, super clearly, if you go back to that tab that showed the single proposal, Melanie, please. Right. So again, if you're thinking about this presentation, it can either be a rectangle or a square like you see on the left. So like a little module that can go on the left, or it could be a wide thing that can go above out of the writing you see on the right for like the impact.
So you're talking about the blue rectangle on the left. It could be across a banner across the top or on the side.
Yeah, so if you just scroll up to the top, please, Melanie. So you see the top of this proposal. Yeah, so here, right? So you have two columns. So if when you're doing your paper napkin, design, you can just have something that's going to either go in the left column and be that width, or something that goes in the right column and be wide as the right column is right now, and it would sit above this write-in that you're seeing right now.
Does it stay in place as you scroll through the proposal or not?
It does not.
Try it.
Okay. No,
Okay.
well, this one does on the left, but the one banner across the top would stay or not?
It would not stay. I
Okay.
mean, if it
My-
was small, if it was tiny, it could stay, but I don't know what's going to be in there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is the format to stay if you want to, because this information will stay in place through the proposal.
And my feeling should be on the left, but that's my feeling only.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
going with it.
Yeah. I hate to be mindful of the time because
Yes.
Darlington, this is really wonderful, and I hope that we continue on with this collaboration. Lido Nation, what you're doing, the APIs and getting into idea scale is incredible. It is how it's done. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Applaud you. I would think that the most simple thing to do is to grab those proposals, those 160 proposals, and then just put a small block like underneath solution at the very end that says this is an impact related proposal, and then maybe the C4C snail, just as a very quick thing that would be the most simple to do, and then we could go from there.
So
And
just
then the
remember though,
Yep.
those 158 or whatever haven't been vetted yet. We haven't actually gone through and said, yes, this is definitely,
Sure.
if Yoram submitted them, I'm going to assume, Yoram, that you looked through and yes, if Yoram submitted them, if it's a community submitted, it's open,
Yeah,
right?
but let's define that we vet them somehow. I mean, vetting process is also. But let's define that we vet them. I mean, yeah, I don't know who is vetting them, and I mean that's a big
Yeah.
question, right? Who have the right to
So
vet
let's
something?
leave it, these are
Yeah.
unvetted, these are community generated, unvetted, for your voter responsibility to look at these. It's always comes down to the voter,
Yeah.
to actually confirm that this is a legitimate proposal. We can't do that because otherwise we're top-down control.
Yeah, this is tag. I mean, we can have the Cardano4Climate list, but that's separate, right? That's really our list. But if it's a general impact list,
This is a general impact list. Ours, we can put the snail on.
yeah,
We know who the people are behind it.
Yeah, okay, so it just says something, and this might help you, Darlington. It just says these proposals are self-selected as impact proposals. And no,
so people fill them up. Yeah, proposal fill them up. Most of them themselves.
Okay,
Right.
sounds good. Well, so I have a batch of Fund 9 related work to do before voting. Probably in a week is when I plan to start them. So if we're just doing a simple thing that says this is an impact related proposal with a little information thing that have that disclaimer on there, that can be included in that work. And then that would be good for first pass. Right.
So when I'm adding new proposals, as I come across them, Darlington, how do you want me to add a column to that sheet? Just says this is a new proposal as of, just because if I'm sorting
let's
this.
think back on that, Melanie. Let me sleep on that. I think so, but just with you guys' time and actually my time too. Yeah, I will check in again before I start.
Okay, because right now, if I'm going to add anything, it's going to be in these pink lines. So that means please don't anybody else sort. As of 11th today, 12th, this is the list. Any new proposals, I'll put them at the bottom, and they won't be in alphabetical order. How about that?
That sounds great. Off the top of my head, I like the column idea. Again, after I start after I pull the first list in, but Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because then
Cool.
you yeah. But then you need to update us whenever you update it, so we can say always when it's new, right?
I
Yeah.
already have a system in place for that. So once I get it in,
Okay.
I'll be able to update it about once a week, automatically.
Oh, perfect.
I did add this column here to check mark if I've added proposals into groups. So just that's for FYI for everybody else.
Okay, and then
Okay.
just the last thing. So I'll do the quick one beneath the solution in that blue box. And then maybe you guys can think more about what a landing page will look like and a story or journey or whatever, and what sort of features and things you would like to draw people's attention to. And then we can talk about that later.
So once they click on that, they go into the landing page that explains them what these proposals are, and then they can see a list of proposals.
Yeah. Just, I mean,
Yeah.
you can even have like different categories, specific impacts, just,
Okay.
if you think of it as a page to help people explore, right? Like drive people out of, I'm not big on the UX thing. I'm just, I'm sort of winging it as I go, but just like, if you think of it as a dashboard, right? If you want
Yeah.
to show any stats and anything along those lines.
Who do we have to contact for this landing page for Darlington? Who's the web other than Gem? I'm thinking, but
Yeah,
No, but
yeah. We'll
I mean-
ping our network and see if there's any UX folks out there. I know that there's an entire UX community in the social academy, social something like
No,
that.
but I think you're just looking for content, right, Darlington?
No,
You want the
yeah, I'm just thinking
Not
'cause we're-
content, the UX, UI. It doesn't have to be high fidelity, just broad strokes, right? Like,
right. You said the back of a napkin, but
right.
who in our group, C4C Core or whoever, who's going to help work? Cole?
I think he just wants like an overview of what the page would be like, and then he
Okay.
can create it.
But who
right?
can
Is
help
that-
with that? Right?
I could help do that.
Okay, Cole, your
Right.
name's on it. Boom, stamp, done. Okay. So Yoram, I think we are running over time. And all we need, why am I not getting my mouse here? Okay, all we need is the agenda for the meetup, and then I will work on it from there. So let's do agenda for tomorrow's meetup.
All right. And
We had anyone applying? Yeah, sorry.
yeah,
Yes.
there are at least two presentations, proposal
Perfect.
presentations.
We have Margarita and Angel. I feel like when we're doing our presentation, who's ever already done something, we include them in the slides, in the slide deck. We could run through our C4C proposals, and then anybody that's added a link and to their slide deck, we can do the slides that are ready to show. The whole 275 slides we cannot do because we will be there for 18 hours. But we'll just sort of have a little taste of the slides.
Okay, so we have two presentations, right?
Right, two guests that plan on attending and showcasing their slides in the two minute things.
So
And
what
they have a video?
what I explained to Angel was this was an opportunity, depending on where we put it, is to get feedback from the community when you come. It's like a pitch with feedback, like an idea fest. So here, there's the right deck. And we do have a rough agenda, but maybe we'll see if there's anything else to add.
Do we need another presenter, or it's fine, the two?
We can add another one, I think.
Should we
Sorry.
present tomorrow? I mean, I think we need to present all the way to promote your proposal, right? So Emurgo last day, yeah.
So this is what it looks like for tomorrow. I think that playing our video at the beginning is a good idea. Maybe it'll be kind of boring after a while, but for people that show up, new people, it's so impactful. Go into climate change, the challenge, that we've been here since Fund 6, and then our community. And then this is our agenda up to now, sort of the format for it. C4C update, where are we in Fund 9? Usually Simon can pop in to do that. Or Yoram, do you want to do that? Because Simon's not here.
Yeah.
So I'll just put you down for just an update on where we are in Catalyst. And then we've got promoting impact proposals, pick lists, AIM. That's going to be you as well, Yoram.
Okay.
Our Impact Fest. So this is the way the sides run following this agenda. Impact Fest, August 11th. This is why we're doing it too. C4C bounties and D-work experiment. Do we want to cover this today? Tomorrow, I mean.
Might be a good one. You know, I don't think too many.
Maybe Newman will talk about it. Yeah.
So just
Yeah,
a brief.
I can give a minute of the second, 10 seconds of, okay, hey, look, this is, and we will post a bounty for attendance.
So that's important to make that a feature of it, that we're continuing to iterate on this. And then Carbon and Cardano event update. And then we have the proposal spotlight. And this is where we could show, we actually show, so this is part of, I'm just going to go through the slides really quick. Part of what Cardano4Climate is doing, these different groups we're breaking up into, not breaking up to, but collaborating on Project Catalyst. Yoram, if you look at this slide deck, you may want to change this out and do this links, promoting. This would be nice if we could kind of keep it to this. That's the bounty for participation, Newman. And then we have the Carbon and Cardano. So it's kind of, it might work out pretty good. So here, I guess I updated this already. I forget. Honeybees on the blockchain, their video. And then we have impact NFTs for the homeless. That's the other proposer. But I think at this point, we could make time in here for Q&A. What do you think?
Definitely.
So this will be the feedback after each one. And then so we'll do that feedback. And then we go on to this one. And then we have, because SheltersOnTheBlock has a video, so we can play that. And then sign up, promoting it, sign up to present your proposal in person. This is where we need to add everywhere else. Where should we put the Emurgo event?
Yeah, we can start putting it there. It's Emurgo, there is Konma, there is the TV, there is Cardano TV, if you saw that.
What is it?
Cardano TV opportunity. I just wrote it here. I will share it with all of you. There is a DFS coming also.
Okay, so
Cardano TV. I'm sharing it with you here.
So I'm gonna change this to two different things. So one is the outreach to the rest of the community, and then one is going to be to everything else that's going on, so it doesn't overcomplicate this.
Yeah, and we can put the links there. I will help you to put the links there, and I have the links sorted out. So the different opportunities.
Okay, yeah, because if we can get everybody giving them more exposure, awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else? Emurgo event, Konma.
And IDFest, right?
IDFS, thank you.
So this is how they can promote their proposal, basically.
And then we can go into the slide deck. Some of it, the ones that are finished. And then into, let's see, and then I believe we have, so that being said, these slides now, are isolated. If these slides get edited in our master slide deck, we copy and paste and use them elsewhere. And as we update them in the master file, it automatically updates them everywhere else. So like this slide, I knew there was something else for this, but it's not in the main slide, Newman. So I'll look at this and switch it out and put it into the main side if you don't do that. You look a little confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just heard my name. What's
So this slide deck got edited, and we've got these beautiful extra slides to represent our proposals.
Yeah.
They're not in our master deck.
Okay.
So they're lost. They're puzzle pieces that are in the crack of the couch right now.
Okay.
If you update anything, do it in the master file. We copy and paste any files, any slides we want to use, and we can update them as they get fixed or updated.
Okay.
And if you need more help on that, just
Yeah.
reach out
Yeah.
after. We'll talk. I'm just pointing out a piece that's kind of, so, you know, if we end up going through this slide deck, we're going to be there for hours before we get to our action plan and breakout rooms. So how many proposals do we want to show? And maybe we do it by time, you know, depending on the feedback on those proposals. Do we say, okay, we go through this list and then we just cut it off at quarter to the hour and then we break into breakout rooms, or at the hour?
My suggestion is that just to give the list to anyone that wants to go through it. And I mean, we touch it based on the timing. We can touch some of the proposals to show them examples. And then that's my suggestion. And then if everyone can see all the full list, and obviously then we want everyone to add if they didn't add and improve their own information and add more impact proposals. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll add the link. That's it. And we can play it by ear, and then maybe we check off, we've shown these proposals on Wednesday, we move on to the next proposals.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but this will also be a running document of what we have shown on Wednesdays, what proposals we've actually promoted, and we can maybe shift that around a bit. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's it. I've got my work cut out for me in more ways than one.
Good. I'm working on the presentation for tomorrow for the town hall. So
Perfect.
yeah. So we are presenting tomorrow in the town hall, Darlington, this concept of, I mean, all the impact, how many impact proposals there are. And so Daniel asked me to present it tomorrow.
Oh, that's really cool. Neat.
It's
Yeah.
very cool. I didn't think that was going to be able to happen. So
I mean, it's very cool that we have, you know, over 10% direct intended impact proposal in a technology-oriented fund, right? So that's great.
And I'm sure we'll highlight your Darlington, your participation along with the Lido Nation. So that's that's really appreciated, and I
it's
think
cross
one of these great cross-pollinizations that
pollination. Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah, thank you for that.
That's really great. On the voter tool, right now there are those 3 things you can select. It's just first-time proposals, people who only want proposals that have all 5 stars. And I've been thinking of like adding a bunch more, so it's not like super limited. So definitely adding the impact one. Yeah,
That'll be perfect.
This would be
Impact
great.
plus a definition for what you mean by impact, right?
Hmm.
Because it could impact the ecosystem, impact Cardano. It is one of those words that get lost in that. Just to finish off,
No, but it should be social and environmental impact, right?
Social and environmental impact. That's our
Yeah.
right here, social and environmental impact.
For like the onboarding page on Lido Nation, who should I share like that with? Maybe just your email, Darlington, or?
Yeah, email, Discord, Twitter, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, perfect. Maybe Yoram, you could just share me. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Sounds good.
We have to do a little bit of promotion on social media, which we've been a little bit slack on.
Yeah.
Who can jump in on that one?
I hate to say that call again, but
Let's-
I can help.
Let's, we can also, when this gets posted in our core team, you could also share this in the main chat. Newman, you're going to upload this, right? In your beautiful summary.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it would be a good time to do that and just say, look, this is what we're doing. Jump in, reach out to us if you want to help in any of these areas. If you can help us on social media, we'll work on some bounties. So,
Sure.
So for specific upcoming things that I'm involved with on Twitter, I run along with 5 other people a weekday every weekday Twitter space, and we reserve Friday for catalyst proposals. It's like a 25-minute slot. You come on, you talk about your thing. So that could be a good place for someone to come on and talk about what the work that's being done here. And then in August, I'll be doing another iteration of the 24-hour long Twitter space to close out voting. So someone can have an hour or something to sort of have conversations around impact and climate and stuff like that too.
that can be amazing.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
So can we add that also to our to-do list for the community? We don't have that on your sign up to present. We don't have Lido Nation. Darlington, is it under Lido Nation? You're on mute.
Yes, that's correct.
Twitter Space Fridays, right?
Yes.
And can you send a link to that?
It's just a DM. I'm putting something in the chat right now.
Perfect. Whew. Okay, I'll probably need some help with adding all this to the slides. Anybody want to jump in and help on the presentation for tomorrow?
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Yeah, and I was well.
Okay. So Yoram, Newman, and Melanie. What I'll do is I'll keep focusing on other stuff, and then I'll look at the slide deck end of the day, and maybe even first thing tomorrow morning, and shift things around if need be. Would that work?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then reach out on Telegram. I think we're done.
Yeah, longer
So
than
we've got,
expected.
I think the task lists were done as we went along, what we're doing, who's doing what. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make sure we.
This is it. We're here. So
we want to
acknowledging.
acknowledge the folks, especially you, Sebastian and Darlington, for coming and joining us for the full length that we ran a little bit over. But
our hour-long meeting.
You can see the action that's going on here, and we're super happy. And I definitely want to reach out for Cole, because Cole is doing such an incredible amount of work and really focused in helping us here. So yeah, the acknowledgements are a really important part. We are a heart-focused, heart-centered organization. So yeah, big thank you from the heart.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Good.
And Cole and Newman, I just want to say thank you for jumping in on this crazy idea of this list and working with me in my antiquity, towards learning these new technologies and figuring out faster ways. It's a lot of grunt work at this point. And, we're figuring out how to make it faster. What I realized today in Konma in the meeting is, when we come from the West, we're independent, we do our own thing, we live in a big, huge house, we're not as community oriented. And it's a shift for me to become more community oriented, and you guys make it easy. Yoram as well. Sebastian, getting to know you is pretty amazing. I see you popping up all over the place in Darlington. I've seen you before too. And this is just the beginning. In 1 year's time from now, we'll look back at this and go, oh my goodness, you know, where have we come? So thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, so ciao for now. Thank you so much